My sister is seeing a married man and I got beaten because of her. I have no idea where my idiot sister is because she went on vacation with her friends. All I know is that I'm going to pull her hair out when I see her. My sister and I go to the same university. Although we are only 3 years apart, we are almost identical and people always confuse us for twins. And today I suffered because of that resemblance we have, because as soon as I left my university to go to my car, a lady threw herself on me to start dragging me by the hair while she was yelling at me a lot of things and insults. By pure instinct I also began to fight. Honestly, at that moment I thought that some homeless person had an attack of dementia or something. I pulled her by the hair until my friends separated her from me. The woman was crying and behind her there were 2 more women who were with her and arguing with my friends. The woman was yelling at me that I am her husband's slut and I didn't understand anything about what was happening, but at that moment my mind clicked because I know that my sister is dating with an older man. She doesn't tell me much about him, but she shows me the gifts he gives her. I told the woman that she was looking for my sister. Basically the people who were with her yelled at me that I must be just as slutty as my sister. I'm not. I think, and tried to fight again, but the police approached us and it was all too messy. Now my scalp is full of scratches, my back is scraped by the asphalt and my hair hurts too much. And my sister doesn't answer my calls to explain what the hell she did before I tell my mother what happened. I know that if I tell my parents about this, they might even stop paying for my sister's educational because it's not the first time she does something like this. I'm going to tell them? Yes, but first I need to talk with my sister. The humiliation of having been beaten up at my university for something I didn't do is too bog. It gives me chills to think about coming back on Monday and that the people who saw us believe that I am to blame for that when my sister was the culprit. Poor woman, I do feel empathy for her, but I didn't deserve that beating. My sister is not a good person at all, so it's easy to see her in a situation like this. At least she should have asked my name before that. Edit. Yes, we ended up at the police station and I filed charges against her even though she apologized to me a lot once she calmed down a little bit. To be honest, her friends were worse than her in the sense of wanting to keep fighting when it was all over, but anyway that doesn't justify that the fool hit the wrong person. For now I'm just going to wait for my sister to come back because I want to say everything with her present so that she can't run away from our parents. It's not the first time my sister has messed with a married man. Update. I waited for her to come back because I didn't want her to run away from telling our parents what happened and I wanted her to be the one to tell them everything. My sister lives with our parents. No, she's not a teenager, she's almost 30. I don't know why someone in the comments said that she was suffering from grooming when she's 28. There's even plus 40 years old people in college, and anyways you need to be an adult to be there, so when she arrived I was already there. When my parents asked me what the hell happened to me, I told them to wait for my sister to come to talk about it, so they already knew that this was about her. Many people don't understand that there are people who likes to be the second and enjoy feeling that they can sleep with anyone, even with a forbidden one, and my sister is that type of person. Since she was a teenager she flirted with her friends' boyfriends. She did it to measure her value with others, but she never flirted with any of my boyfriends. At least she has her limits. Now that she is older she likes to sleep with married mans. For her it is better to receive gifts and fun without the pressure of being the wife. Her words, we discussed this many times. At the end of the day it's all in self-esteem and ego problem that my sister has. She needs to know that she can get whatever she wants. Anyway, a few days ago the cheating man had sent a message to my sister telling her that his wife beat him and kicked him out of the house after she found out about his affair with my sister. The woman found my sister's IG and sent her messages telling her to stay away from her family because apparently the man took their kids to some of the dates with my sister, and my sister, who is a big idiot, followed the fight with the woman insulting her. She showed me the chat and was clearly encouraging the woman to fight, calling her names, etc., and that's how I ended up getting beaten. According to my sister, she didn't believe that the woman was really going to hit her, but then I started to message her and she basically ignored me because didn't wanted to get that kind of stress and also because she knew she screwed up. Honestly, so many comments told me that my sister was not to blame for anything that I began to believe it. Until I saw the messages she sent to that woman almost begging for a beating and I stopped feeling any kind of empathy for her. She's not a good person and never was. I was furious but my mother was even more angry. It is not the first time that my family has been affected because of her sexual adventures. This time we did not lose money or friends, but I was physically attacked, which is worse. My sister justified herself by saying that she is single and has no responsibility for any marriage, but my mother told her that we all suffer because of her problematic behavior and that morally she's helping to ruin the lives of many because of her ego. It all ended with my sister throwing a tantrum like always and even blaming me for looking like her, but this time my father kicked her out of the house with her things. I found it a little sad that my own parents apologized to me for their adult daughter's behavior. In the end of the day I feel sad to see my parents and other people because of her behavior. And about the woman, she contacted me the next day I got beaten and was really sorry. She said she would pay for any medical expenses but I'm fine. She sounded much calmer without her friends and told me that she had never done anything like that, but she felt a very strong hatred for my sister and her ex because of how they talked about her with the children. Although she sounded really regretful, a large part of me wanted her to kick my sister's ass, but that's not going to happen. Even if that doesn't make me a good person, I would have liked to see that. Second story. My husband is convinced that I am pregnant, but I'm not, and he's calling me a liar. I 26F truly at a loss here. This situation has gotten worrying, and I don't know what to do with it. Since about a week my husband, 32M, became convinced I'm pregnant. I have no idea why, because I'm not. We haven't even started trying, though we do have plans in the future. We were just making conversation and yeah, I did mention feeling tired. But that's all. A few hours later he just came in so excited. I told him I'm not, but he won't let it go. He has made remarks about how happy he is, what a wonderful mother I'll be, what our baby will be like. Not all the time, but it has come up multiple times a day. I told him I'm not. I even took a test, because even I started wondering, and it was undoubtedly negative. I showed him and he just got annoyed, said tests can be wrong. He didn't speak to me for the rest of the evening. The next morning he acted as if nothing happened. When I tell him I'm not, he just kind of shuts me out. I lost my shit yesterday when we were in bed and he put his hand on my stomach, told him he's acting crazy. I'm not pregnant and his behavior is scaring me. He went to sleep in the guest room after that and left for work early in the morning. I haven't seen him or spoken to him today. I'm just at a loss. I don't know where this obsession is coming from. I even asked him if I gained weight, if that's what's gotten him confused. He assured me I didn't. I'm thinking of contacting his parents. Or maybe a therapist or something. I honestly don't understand what's happening and I'm worried about my husband. My husband is one of the kindest people I've ever met. I promise you all that he's not trying to manipulate me or would do anything to harm me. But that does make me believe something is really wrong. I'll contact my and his parents in the morning once he's left for work. Maybe go stay with my mom for a bit, though I hate the idea of leaving him like this. I also definitely will make an appointment with my doctor for a blood test. Thank you for all the advice. Update. Things escalated when I tried to speak to him, keeping some of y'all's advice in mind. I sat him down and explained to him that I'd love to have kids with him in the future, but that I'm not pregnant right now, and that his insistence worries and scares me. I told him we could go to the doctor together if that would put his mind at ease, or I could take another test in front of him. I was just hoping to snap him out of it somehow. He got very agitated, said many hurtful things, and accused me of being a liar many times. That I'm trying to keep our baby away from him and so on. Nothing made sense and I wasn't feeling safe anymore. I knew my husband would never harm me in any way, but that wasn't my husband. Things got worse, he did hurt me but nothing permanent or even emergency care worthy. I also know that if he was in his right mind, he never would have done anything like this. I called mine and his parents and I'm now staying with my mom. He did seem to calm down a bit when his parents arrived. I haven't seen or spoken to him since then. His mother, she's an angel, is keeping me posted about everything. We all agree something is very off about him and we don't know what it is. But he hasn't agreed to getting himself checked out in any way. I don't know how they'll go about it, but they say, and I painfully have to agree, that it's best to keep my distance for a bit, as most of it is aimed at me. I'm safe, so is he. I miss him so much and just want an answer as to why he's being like this. I keep trying to figure out if there were signs before or what I did wrong. Update 2. My husband has a brain tumor. A lot of people commented this, and I feel an immense amount of guilt that I hadn't considered it till then. All the headaches and other symptoms, in hindsight, we had previously dismissed because of his stressful work situation and so on. I'm beating myself up that I hadn't seen it before. A wonderful team of neurosurgeons, oncologists, and other physicians is figuring out the best approach here, if there is one. We'll hear more in the next days. I've spent more time with my husband. Some moments he's his amazing self, others he's filled with anger. It's difficult, but we're managing. I wouldn't have been able to without the support of our friends and family. I love my husband. This situation is terrifying. In moments of clarity he's trying to make me laugh, so I don't worry. That's who he is. Update 3. Don't get me wrong, I have wonderful family and friends. But in a way I have to comfort them too, and I can't deal with it right now. My husband is dying. In the 5 weeks since his diagnosis, he's gotten worse quickly. Today the decision has been made not to continue treatment or even properly start it. He's not strong enough. He has a month maybe. If we're lucky. I'm furious at the world right now. And I'm furious at him. Which makes me an enormous BH, cause what kind of person is angry at their husband for being ill? I love him so much and I hate him for it. I'm furious with my husband for getting sick. I know he's not to blame, I know he's suffering. Yet I'm still furious with him. I can't explain it. He's the love of my life. How dare he get sick? How dare he change anything about the wonderful life we have planned? How dare he leave me so much sooner than when we're old and senile? 2 months ago our life was perfect. How could everything get so horrible so fast? I love him so much it hurts. And because of that I'm so angry with him right now.